Good morning, Connection Point Church of the Nazarene on this yet again rainy day. We had a little bit of sun yesterday, now it's back to rain. Rain, sun, rain, sun. We love this dance in wintertime in the islands. If you really want to laugh, you can go to the last 3 to 5 minutes of our church service from Sunday and witness our mini hurricane and the worship team attempting to hold down everything while we had a huge gust of wind and some crazy rain. In the midst of all of that, I hope that is not all you remember from service on Sunday. I hope that you remember Pastor James sharing from Esther chapter 5 and how in so many ways it almost seems like Esther chokes or she's procrastinating in fear. Listen to how she responds to the plight of her people that have been given this edict that will bring genocide into their story. This is what happens. The king and Haman, they come to this banquet that Esther has prepared, and the king says, "Now what is your petition, Esther? It will be given to you. And what is your request? Even up to half the kingdom, it will be granted." And how does Esther reply? Listen to her long, lengthy sentence that it feels like she's just adding words to try and delay saying what she needs to say, right? "If the king regards me with favor, and if it pleases the king to grant my petition and fulfill my requests, let the king and Haman come tomorrow to the banquet I will prepare for them. Then I will answer the king's question." This is like a prime example of procrastination. Or is it strategy? We don't really know, but for whatever reason, in between Esther chapter 5 and Esther chapter 6 through 7, we're in this time of waiting. Let's be honest, we often choke and have to wait for another try, just like Esther. Maybe it was strategic for Esther, maybe she choked out of fear, but you know what I'm talking about. It's when we choke, we know God has called us to do something, or we know God has called us not to do something, and we get scared, we sabotage, and we don't do it, and then we're stuck waiting for another try, wondering if another try will even come. I think about this when it's raining like this. I don't know if you can hear it, just started raining a lot harder. But when you're in Callao at Foodland and it starts dumping rain and you've just come out and you've got a full shopping cart of food, and because you were trying to find a good spot, you circled the parking lot forever, but there was just nothing. That parking lot is always super busy, so instead you parked all the way over by the post office, and now it's dumping rain. You have a whole cart full of groceries, and what are you going to do? You're stuck waiting. And you're going, do I run for it? Do I wait? How wet do I want to get? Which of my groceries are going to get flooded? And you're waiting, don't know what's going to happen. Can I assure us, church, those waiting moments of life, God is at work. God is at work in the waiting when we've choked. God is at work in the waiting when we feel like we've done everything to be faithful. And it's still raining. Do you hear it? God is at work. He is growing, watering, nurturing all of his plans in our world. Can I assure you today, church, if you have choked, if you have missed the boat in some manner this week in being faithful, God is at work in the middle of your waiting. If you have been faithful to what God has called you to do, God is at work in the middle of your waiting. Isn't that good news that this world spinning, God's plans, isn't dependent upon us? Be assured of this good news today, that it's not all on you. But I also want to give you an extra bonus of good news. God is also inviting us to dive into the muddy puddles of life at the perfect timing. We're going to hear about that in chapters 6 and 7 as Pastor Mel preaches for her second time this Sunday. I hope you'll join us for that. But be assured today, church, your time of waiting is not wasted in God's hands. Take heart today. I hope that we will see you Sunday at 10:30 for worship, but I also wanted to remind you that this week we do have Food Pantry and God's Closet this Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon. If you want to come and volunteer for those ministries, show up around 9:30, but you're also welcome to come and receive and spread the word that those ministries are available for our community. I love you. I will see you Sunday. Keep out waiting the rain, run through the parking lot, do what you need to do, but God is at work. Don't forget that. Love you.